Hello everybody, this is Neanderthal Gaming and welcome back to Minecraft. In this episode, I'll be finishing up the basic tutorial of World Edit by going through utilities. The first one we have here, if I go to my laptop, is the filling pits command. So let's go over here. I have an accidental little sphere here that I created a while back that I just found, but it's a good place to start. So let's put our feet about this level here, and let's go / fill space water space 8 because we want to make sure, let's do 7. We want to make sure we get this whole area around us because it locates kind of the whole around. It doesn't just make a sphere. And then let's do a depth of 4. So there you go. That's simple. Fill the depth. I filled it up to the depth that was. It found like the pit within a radius of 7, and so it fills it up with wherever your feet are, I believe. So there you go. Look at that Adobe, the sheep look in this texture pack. Oh, by the way, this texture pack, I should probably show you. Resource pack, I should say, is the persistence one. There you go. Thank you, it says. And then I also have dramatic skies installed. So there, that's why the sun looks so cool. Alright, so the next one is the opposite of filling pits, and that is the draining pool. So let's do / drain and radius of 10. And there you go, all the water is gone. So, those are two pretty basic ones. Now one of the coolest ones that I've used a lot actually was the fixing pools is what it's called. So over here, I've created kind of a whirlpool by just deleting some of the blocks underneath and then also deleting some of the water source blocks up here. So if I just chill in the water here and I go / fix water, that is one word, and then a space and then a radius, let's just guess 6. It replaces all the moving water with water source blocks, and you could also do that with lava. The command is / fix lava space and then the radius, all one word of course. There you have that. So that's a pretty easy command to know, also very useful. Don't have to worry about fixing pools by hand. So another one we have is if you pick another tool other than the wooden axe specifically for selecting areas. If you pick any other tool, I have a diamond pickaxe, you can go scroll to it in your hotbar and do /tree. And there you go, and now whenever you right click with it, it will create a random oak tree. And you can also do /tree and then the type of tree that you want. So let's do /tree and then a space, I believe, and then birch. Yeah, so now I can make birch trees. So there you go. Are you gonna undo that? No, it undid this. Okay, so let's go back in here and /fix water. Okay, I can't undo. You can't undo what you do with the wand tool. So that's what this is called. The pickaxe became a tree wand essentially, and so you have to be just pointing at a block, and it will do that. So it's tree. Let's just do /tree. Oops. So yeah, you can't place it on the grass blocks, but you can play or on the grass little, you know what I mean, the tufts of grass. But you can place it on the grass blocks. So there you go. Nice, useful tool. I actually use this tool to create all of the trees around the castle here. Actually, this used to be an entire swamp. As you can tell, the biome color is pretty swampy there. This all used to be water where this castle was. I just plopped it down right in the middle there because it was the largest flat area in this enhanced terrain, and so I had to have a big area, and the swamps are the only flat terrain really in enhanced terrain. So I just plopped it there and then filled out the rest with land with dirt, grass, and put trees on top of it so it looked nicer. So yeah, pretty useful tool. You could use the /forest tool, which I showed in the previous episode. That is the tree tool. Next we have the block replacer tool. So again, this is a wand, and so you want to have another tool selected. For this, I'm going to have the same pickaxe. I'm going to do /repl and then the block which you want. Let's just do grass. But another thing you can do is you could just come down here and let's say I'm going to left click on leaves, and it changes the tool to leaves. And so if I right click on anything but leaves, it changes it to leaves. And so if I want to select grass again, I'll left click on grass, and right clicking turns everything I right click it into whatever the wand is selected. So let's select stone brick. You can see I just paint nice and easy. Alright, so let's change them back to cobblestone. And there you have the replace tool. Pretty simple, pretty useful for small detailing type of things. But yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Very useful. Oop. There we go. Alright, so this one is, we're out of the wand tools now and we're into the brush tools. So if we go again with a tool selected, not the wooden axe, we do /BR. This is the shortened version. /BR S and then the type of blocks. Let's do dirt, and then the radius. Let's do 2. That's 3. Alright, so now we don't actually have to be selecting a block, like we don't have to be close enough to actually touch it to make this. We could just be pointing it wherever we point and right click. Boom, dirt sphere. Boom, dirt sphere. And you can just draw it like that. So this is a nice tool if you want to build large mountains, large land masses. So let's actually undo these before we get too ahead of ourselves. 5. Looks like we have 4 more. Okay, ooh, 1 more. Work? Okay, good, it worked. Sometimes, I was messing around with this before and I was using sand and it made a couple extra than a couple too many that I couldn't undo them all, and so I had to delete them by hand. But anyway, yeah, very powerful tool, very scary tool when used the wrong way. So you could also do, one of my favorite things to do this is /BR/S air and then like 1. So now we have an airbrush, I guess you could call it, selected. And if you have a large like floating island, let's go find a floating island we don't want. I've taken out a lot of them. Here's one. So let's just change. Let's do /BRS air. Let's change it to 4. And so what I found is the best way to do this is to go underneath it, because if you right click and you miss, it will delete a sphere. Like when I was filling and emptying that pool, that was what accidentally happened. I was above a floating island and I clicked again and I missed, and it went and shot that like that, for example. I just destroyed that tree on accident. And some of the dirt. So the best way to do it is from straight below, so you don't actually hit anything vital. So this is a really good way for destroying floating islands, just like that. Don't have to set up a cube. Oh, and killing sheep. You don't have to set up a cube around it with like reference blocks and set it to 0 or anything. So yeah, it's just a nice and fast way to clear large amounts of area. You can change the, I think this one is, the radius limit is 6. Let's just try it. Air, I'm going to change it to 10. Right? Oh, I didn't change the sphere. BR sphere, air, 10. I think it will say radius limit is 6. Yeah, so radius limit for brushes is 6. That's what I was talking about in the first episode. So, after the sphere brush, we have the cylinder brush, basically the same thing, /BR, C for cylinder, another space, and then let's do glowstone. Oop, that's not stone. There we go. And then the radius, you need 2 numbers here, so space, radius of 5, and then a space, and then a height. So let's do 9. Oh, okay, of course. So now, all the way from up here, okay, so it didn't make it, so let's try that again. /BRC glowstone 6, 6. Okay, so now it should work. So if all the way from up here we can create these cylinders of glowstone, and I can actually just keep going up like this towards me. Just like that. Creating kind of an arcing structure. Look at that. That would have taken you forever to build in vanilla. How many can we get rid of here? Oh, I think we might have crashed. Yeah, alright, be right back. And we're fine. It just took a little bit to load there. I'm going to try to undo this a little bit more. Do 4? No, it's going to be more. 4 more. I realize you only have to do 1 slash. Okay, now we're stuck. So let's just finish deleting all these glowstone blocks. This is what I'm talking about. The undo thing can only remember a certain amount of things before it's full, I guess. And if you think my voice sounds a little froggy, it is because it is a little froggy. I have a cold. which kind of sucks actually. I got it 2 days before finals week started, no big deal. Error. Okay, now I just need to change this to grass. There we go. Alright, all fixed up. So now, our last brush here is we have our clipboard brush. This is a really cool one, so let's fly over to our tower again. And select the area. There we go. So we have our tower selected there, and now let's do /br copy. /br. Let's just try the other one. /brush clip. Board? Clipboard is empty. // copy first. Okay. Now let's try it. /br copy. Okay. Hold on a second. This might be too big to have a brush. Let's try a tree. Yeah, let's try tree. Sorry about this. I hadn't practiced this one before recording quite yet. Actually, let's use this mushroom here. This block. To this block. Alright, this should be okay. So let's do / copy. And then /br copy. Oh, sorry. /br copy. There we go. Okay, so now this should paste mushrooms. Yes, okay. Now we're good. I'm not sure why it's doing the... I'm not sure why it's setting it down into the ground. That must have been from where... Must be something about where I was when I copied it, but that's what it looks like. So basically, you copy something, puts it into your clipboard, and then you do a BR copy. It makes it your brush what you have in your clipboard. And the thing with the tower was it was too big, and so you just have to do the regular copy pasted for that. So let's undo all these mushrooms. It's about 6 of them. Yep. All right. So that is the BR. That is the clipboard brush. All right, and then we have. Oops. Now we have another useful one, which is the smooth brush. Let's do /brush space smooth. The size, let's do 3. And then the iterations, so let's just, I don't know what that means, so let's do 1. Gotta be on a tool, of course. My bad. I mean, I know what iterations means. It's like the number of times, so I'm not sure what that has to do with smoothing, but let's do 3 and let's do 1. Okay, so now our pickaxe is a smooth tool. So let's go find a rough-looking island or cliff up here. How about right here? So if I right-click, it basically just takes whatever terrain is there and it kind of just evens it out. So you see, sometimes it adds blocks, sometimes it deletes blocks. It does what it says it does. It smooths things out. So you can really do this from a long ways away. You can make the radius super big and just kind of, you know, basically airbrush mountains or, you know, just like that, like right there. That was ugly though. So don't do it against already smooth things. Undo 10. Okay, fix that up. Yeah, it's useful for like jagged peaks. I mean, you could also use it to delete islands like this, but again, it's not as fast because once it gets down to the smaller amount of blocks, it just deletes fewer and fewer and fewer. Actually, it's creating blocks now. Look at that. This is strange. It's just slowly scooting it downward. Oh, okay. That's enough of that. Let's just get rid of this altogether. Alright, moving on. That was all the brushes, actually. What do you know? Alright, so some last things here are some just teleportation, I guess, some movement. World Edit has it under getting around, so let's actually go to one of these towers here. drop down, hop in. So let's just stay right here. Let's say, okay, first of all, let's say, let's actually do this. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to go, like spike for some reason, slash, is it / pyramid grass 4 / mid 5. Okay, so let's say I'm stuck. So let's do slash unstuck. Boom. Teleports me to the top of wherever I am stuck from. So that's just a useful tool, I guess, if you don't want to break the thing you're inside of. So let's undo that. Pyramid. So that's just, you know, if I wanted to do a pyramid, as before when I showed it with the lapis in the last episode, I had to actually break my way out. So if you just use slash unstuck, it will jump you up a level all the way to the top of wherever you're stuck from. So let's try to this one. Let's try slash ascend 1 level. Yep, just blinks us to the top here. So if I actually slash descend, it just, you don't even have to do a number if you just want to do one. So let's do one slash ascend 2. This should bring us up to the top floor. Oh wait, do I have 3 floors? I do have 3 floors. Let's go up 3 floors then. So this is if you're super lazy. Ascend 3. Boom, we're up to the top floor. So it's just kind of like this. If you ever played like some mods, I can't remember what mod it's from. It has elevator blocks. Basically just that, but with this mod. And it's not a block. You just have to type in a command. Also, there's a slash through. Oops, so you got to be up against the wall, slash through. Alright, so that just puts me through the wall there. Now let's try it up against this wall. This looks pretty good. Slash through. That didn't seem to work, did it? Slash through. Oh yeah, there it goes. So that just teleports me to the other side of that wall, essentially. I don't know what kind of commands you are going to be needing. And it also says whoosh. That's kind of funny. Alright, and then this one is kind of cool actually. I'm going to point myself at the very top of my tower right there. I'm going to do slash jump 2. Boom. And it just blinks you to the top of that. And it says poof. So there you go. That is pretty much it. One more last thing. As we switch tonight, let's do that. Let's do slash up 150, and it puts a glass. Oh, that's actually nice. I did not know that. So that you do slash up, and then of course the number of blocks you want to go up, and then apparently it puts a nice glass block right where you go up to. So that's nice if you wanna. If you don't want to, you know, like if I wanted to start a floating island up here, I would have to build a pillar 150 blocks up to start it. But now I could just say slash up 150. It'll place a glass block, and I can start building from that. So that's a useful tool actually that I did not know about. So there you go. Finish it off with something new. So as we descend on our beautiful castle here. I will end this episode and our basic tutorial for World Edit. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like and subscribe and share this video with your friends. I think this time I actually got the quality fixed. I was using Microsoft Expressions Encoder 4, and I didn't have the proper HD settings set for when I encoded the video. I had HD video from Fraps. It just wasn't outputting into HD, and now I think I figured it out. I had to change it to like some Xbox 360, I don't know. I think it's just, what mattered was it was 1080p, and so now I think my videos should be available in 1080p. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.